How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well, and I hope you are having a great day. My name is Bungle. I like to do whiteboard presentations, and today we're going to be talking about the video game Enlisted, and this is going to be a class video. So we're going to be focusing on a specific class and talking about it. If you like this video and want to suggest future classes, please comment down below. I'll look into it and we'll go from there. So if you're unfamiliar with Enlisted, it is a World War II free-to-play video game, right? So this is kind of like your free-to-play alternative to Battlefield 5. If you didn't like Battlefield 5, highly recommend getting into this game. Now, the Engineer class, or the 12 Bravo. Why did I say 12 Bravo? Well, that's the United States Army Identification Code, or MOS, Military Occupation Specialty for Combat Engineers. Going on with this, so Engineer class, 12 Bravo, right? Going to go into it, talk about it, right? So, if you're not familiar with kind of how the class system works in Enlisted or whatever, you have a drop down of all your kind of squads you get to take in battle, right? There's different modes, but mainly the player base plays the squad mode, right? The squad mode, how it works is you go out there with a squad. If you get killed, you get to respawn with one of your battle buddies and go out there and go into combat and kill stuff, right? So the overview of the Engineer class, it's more of a support role, right? The Engineer class is there to go build modifications so they can build obstacles, they can build supporting structures, so this includes building sandbags, they can build respawn points like a tactical insurgent from back in Call of Duty. If you played that game, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Basically, it is a respawn point they can place close to the objective, which is really beneficial in capture the objective modes and stuff like that. The team can respawn instead of respawning far, far away. Higher engineer levels, they get to build machine gun nests and stuff like that as well, so there's that as well. But you can build tank traps, barbed wire, stuff like that, and ammo resupply points too. So this is really useful if you have a, down the road we'll talk about the mortar class, but if you have an engineer in that mortar class, that engineer can go build a resupply point and you can just sit there and kind of just spam artillery rounds, indirect fire. It's pretty cool. Now, I call this the Bob the Builder class. And why do I say Bob the Builder? Well, because the engineer can fix it, right? So the engineer likes to go out there and, like I said, you have a jack of all trades, right? You're the jack of all trades, you're the master of none. You're able to go out there, build structures, build respawn points as close to the objective as possible, so that way your team can respond, get back to the fight quicker. They're there to help out. You're there to resupply your teammates as well. So you can resupply. You can put barbed wire and tank traps up around the objective, so it makes it harder for the enemy to capture it. You can kind of block entrance points, block areas using sandbags and stuff like that. So it's very crafty if you get to master it, right? And it doesn't do one thing well, right? So another thing to keep in mind too is this thing can build tank destroyer guns, right? And the higher caliber, the higher engineer classes you get in the game, they'll be like I said, I think it goes up to a 75mm cannon or a pack gun for the Germans in the Battle of Moscow, right? You start with a 57 and then you go up to the 75. So if you're at the higher engineer class. But why is these anti-tank gun class important? Is that, let's say if you're doing the Battle of Normandy, right? The engineers for the United States are going to build a 75mm cannon or a 50mm cannon. They can set it up and it can take out Pumas, and if you place it right, you can do side shots and Panzer IIIs and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's a jack of all trades. You can adapt to any situation that's been thrown at you, right? If you're being shot at by a tank and it's mauling down your team, you go set it up in kind of a crafty area away from the sight of the enemy, set up the anti-tank gun, take the enemy out, right? So, it can adapt to any situation. Now, the primary firearm for the engineer class mostly is just bolt-action rifles, right? It's kind of the same for the U.S. as well, across all the campaigns I've played so far. You can add and drop basically how you spec your class, so as you level up and progress throughout the game, you can have the option of adding assault infantry members to it, just regular infantry members, so this is just your regular riflemen, as well as adding, I believe you can add radio operators or additional engineers, snipers, etc., right? So you can tweak the squad as you need it. My recommendations as you go along with this is try to make it adaptable, right? So if you're making the engineer class, it's always going to be constantly on the move, supporting the frontline element and stuff like that. Having an assault member in there is pretty good. Machine gunners in there as well. Definitely a radio operator as well, just for that indirect fire capability and that support as well. So definitely a jack of all trades, master of none. If you're looking at the premium versions too that they have out on the game right now, definitely a good pickup if you get the hang of the basic engineer class, right? So play the class, if you like it, you enjoy it, definitely go ahead and decide to go and pick up a premium version of it. But like I said, don't go into this class expecting it to be your Rambo Call of Duty class, right? Those classes that if you like to do the Call of Duty run and gun, kill everything, right? That's going to be more of your machine gunner slash assault class, right? The engineer class is there to help the team. That's the primary objective of the engineer class, is you help your team, you support your team out, and it'll pay dividends in the long run. And this is how it can kind of lead to victories, right? Especially the respawn points. Well, if you reached this point in the video, appreciate you stopping by. If you're a new viewer, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more content. If you're a recurring subscriber, definitely comment down below for more classes, topics, ideas, discussions that we can have about Enlisted. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care, and sayonara.